Hello traders, good evening. This is another update for July 12, 2015. It's been a shaky market this week, a lot of emails, a couple of stock to go over, and I'm also redoing the last two posts that I had put up. Volume levels was kind of super low. Try to edit it and it wasn't working. So this I'm gonna go over the same stocks that I went over last time. But this time the market conditions are a little bit different, so if you guys have been following me, some of you guys should be okay. All right. If you haven't been following me and this is your first time, then welcome aboard. All right. First up on the list is Apple. A lot of questions in reference to Apple. And I've done Apple several times, and after this big move up here to this 134, as you guys can remember, we scaled out of Apple, and we did not re-enter the trade in Apple as of yet. All right. But down here, when you look at Apple from down here, either way, anywhere inside this box, earnings is right here around the corner. All right, on the 17th, I think 17th or the 20th, earnings is right here around the corner. So if Apple, can make a couple of lower lows, as you can see right now, it's made a higher low. Okay, it can continue making this higher low right here, and this still would be a good place to buy it at this 61.8 fib retracement level right here. All right, and as you can see down here, you got the 200-day moving average sitting right here. So if Apple can start turning green or start turning positive right here, I would look to get into this Apple trade right here. All right. Also, if you could look at down here with the momentum is still down on Apple. The MACD is still down, and volume is still in the red. So I don't know if they're selling Apple or what's going on, but I'm still looking at it right here. So I'm looking for a turnaround somewhere around here. All right, it already stopped on this 122.86. It closed at 123.28. So the next closing I'm looking for, is somewhere around here, 125, to start taking this what is this right here, this 61.8. It's got to take this out right here. So if it could start playing right here, start turning green, and momentum start turning up, then around here this 122 level would be a perfect place to buy Apple. And as usual, you got to have your target. So from this 123, I'll probably enter the trade and try to ride it up to this 133.71, start scaling out. All right, and this is how I personally trade. Okay, this is what I think about Apple. So if you guys are watching Apple, this is what I think. Next on the list, big Shake Shack. A lot of questions about Shake Shack. All right, that's ticker symbol SHAK. Shack, and we're gonna take a look at Shake Shack. Shake Shack on a day chart, you really can't really tell nothing on Shake Shack. All you see is red. All right, and sometimes that's what I tell people. You got to look at the bigger time frame, and sometimes you got to sneak in the time frame below it to kind of tell what's going on within these two red candles. As you can see right here, it didn't make a higher low. All right, it just closed where somebody had emailed me or text me and asked me where do I think it's going to turn around, and my reply was 50.47, somewhere around there. And the reason why I chose 50.47 is if you go back here from the beginning when this stock started over here, once it got over here, it kept on having problems breaking this high. All right, it kept on having problems, and you can see right here, it kept on pushing it down, and then right here it exploded. All right, on what's that? April 13th, it exploded and started making major moves up. And somewhere in here of the 61.8, if you watch my other videos, I actually took a trade and Shake Shack on the bounce back, on the pullback right here, but I actually entered it. But once it broke this high, I actually got out of it. I've traded a lot of stocks, and what goes up must come down, and eventually it did come down. And the reason why I kind of got out up there was because, as you can see right here, this was initially looked like it was going to cross to the downside. So somewhere over here, like I said, I got out of Shake Shack, and I also advise a lot of people to scale out their position and take profit. Those who listened, it was good. Those who didn't listen, you're feeling this pain right here, going downwards right here, so what I'm anticipating right here, let me go into a 4-hour chart. Okay, on the 4-hour chart right here, as you can see, it's a little bit you got a bigger picture. I just show you the bigger picture, but right here it's like you got to see what the stock is actually doing. And if I look at it from here, it's making it's not really making you know, higher lows yet. It's just going sideways right here. But I needed to start going up this way, you know, to give me a closing at like this 51.85 right here, and to start, you know, making a move up towards this $56 right here. All right. So we're looking for a closing at 51.85. Right. If we can close at 51.85 and hold that 51.85, between 51.85 and 50.47, it start, you know, waving or even going sideways. All right. Then I would look to see what, you know, actually the stock is doing before I re-enter the trade. But for me to re-enter the trade and take the trade, this is the 38.2% right here, which is, you know, scientifically proven, I guess, you know, by the stock market. You know, this is a magical number. You know, those of you guys who knows the market, you know, between this 61.8 and this 38.2%, this is the place where, you know, typically your stock will pull back or have a hard time breaking this area right here. So that's why I said I'm looking for a closing right here to see if it can head towards here. And up here, as you can see up here, you have your 200-day moving average and you have your 50-day moving average. All right. And this is my extensions, the Fibonacci extensions. If it starts to make a move up, I'm looking for it to have problems at 63.86, somewhere around here. Between 62.90 and 63.86, I'm looking for it to have a problem, because as you can see right here, it's not just that the 61.8 is right here. You have the 200-day moving average also coming down right here. So before, you know, you guys go crazy on Shake Shack, I'm not saying the burgers are not great. I haven't tasted them yet personally, but I've, you know, gotten a lot of reviews on them. But if you're looking to trade Shake Shack, I'm looking for it to close, or we're looking for a closing at 51.85 to get back into this trade. All right. And down here, you can see momentum is to the downside. On the MACD is also to the downside. So as you can look right here, you know, if this could start going green, they start moving up this way, then all right, we will well re-enter the trade. But my prediction was 50.47. We closed a little bit below that before. Day before we closed where we closed at? We closed at 50. Actually, we closed above it both times, 50.56, and then we closed 50.50. So, you know, this is my personal opinion of where Shake Shack is looking to go. You know, if it can break here, then, you know, it's looking good. But if it cannot, you know, like I said, I wouldn't enter this trade as of yet. I'm looking for it right here. All right, so that's it with Shake Shack. Any more questions, please send me the emails. Next on the list is gonna be GoPro. Ticker symbol GPRO. All right, GoPro. I'm gonna go over GoPro kind of quick, because GoPro is a stock that I've done over and over. All right, this is a month, a daily chart on GoPro, and as you can see on GoPro, I already have the fib and everything already set up for you guys to actually take a look at what I'm looking at. As you can see, GoPro right here, you know, the stock had a problem right here at this $60 level. We actually entered this trade right here, rolled it up here, but it couldn't do nothing right here, so we had to exit the trade once it came down right here. As you can see right here again, it's looking to make a run, but momentum is still to the downside. The MACD is to the downside. It's sitting right on the 200-day moving average. Above it is the 50-day moving average. It's crossing. Price looks like it closed above the 20-day moving average. I know I'm saying a lot, but just understand what I'm saying is this is how I personally statistically look at a chart and determine if I'm going to enter a trade or not. All right. And as you can see down here, you know, this volume is starting to go green. You know, if GoPro can start making its way up here, close above this 50-day moving average, that means we're looking for closing at above this $54 level, 54.30 to be exact. We're looking for closing above that, and we can see if it can continue to close above that, you know, making, you know, higher lows right here. Right here is making higher lows, but it's sitting right here on the 200-day moving average. So, and again, this is earnings season. Earning is around the corner, as you can see right here. GoPro have earnings right here at what is this, July 21st. So if they have good earnings sitting on this 200-day moving average, I would look to trade this stock right here. I would look to get in this stock, you know. All right, I normally try not to play earnings, because you never know what they're gonna, you know, what earnings gonna do, you know. So GoPro, I'm looking for a quick closing at $54, $54.30, you know, to start even talking about GoPro right now. Because the stock is made a nice move, a nice run from down here already. All right, it went all the way down to like $37, and you know, it made a nice move all the way up to 59. So the stock right now is, you know, taking a breather, taking a pause. So let's see what GoPro does in the next week or so. All right, I'll go over GoPro again, but for now, that's it with GoPro. Next on the list, I'm gonna try to take a look at Tesla, TSLA, ticker symbol. Tesla's another one that we've traded, you know, down here at this 185. And again, you know, I bought some more at that was it 204 level. And, you know, right here is where we actually exited Tesla at this 249, 250 area. And I know people's going to say, why did you exit and this happened? Well, you don't know this is going to happen yet. This tail didn't happen yet. Right here, from what I'm looking at, from what my chart is telling me, we are way extended from this 50-day moving average and this 200-day moving average. And as you can see down here, my MACD is already telling me to get the hell out. Down here, my momentum is already telling me, hey, momentum have slowed down already. So this is why I actually exited the trade. All right, not knowing that this is going to happen yet, but, you know, this is how I normally play it. So me, I would never get this big top all the time. You know, a piece of what I've traded would probably, you know, end up trailing this this move up here. But to make a long story short, I'm looking for Tesla to actually, you know, it's starting to make higher lows right here. I'm actually looking for it to actually come somewhere down here to this 249, 251 level right here before, you know, I can say I'm going to get back into Tesla. Actually, I still got 2 shares of Tesla left. Not much, but, you know, I'm looking to flip them out, you know, see what it does. But most of my risk is kind of, you know, off the table. But I'm gonna monitor it down here. If it can't hold this 250 and it keep going down right here, then, you know, we're gonna exit Tesla. But right now, when I'm looking at my MACD, it's telling me, you know, Tesla is to the downside, momentum is to the downside. So unless something happened to bring it back up, right now we are the stock is actually consolidating right here after this big move from this 181 down here. From this 181 all the way up here. You know, you could look at my other videos when it was down here when I was telling people to buy it. You know, you could have been a big winner of Tesla right here. But I'm waiting for the pullback to see what this does right here before I get back into Tesla. So for now, this is the reviews I've done. Stay tuned. I'm gonna go over a couple of more stocks: JetBlue, Southwest, a couple more stocks I'm gonna go over tonight. You know, while I have the time. So, you know, if you guys looking to invest or looking to, you know, get involved with what I'm doing right now, please feel free to send me the email, the number 3, the letter D, consult me at Gmail. And for investors who's looking to get 5-10% returns, you know, on their investment, feel free to send me your email at the number 3, the letter D, consult me at Gmail. Peace.